Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Celebrity Challenge, and today we have Oprah. I never thought I'd be watching Oprah on Disney Plus. This is Oprah. It's a special. It's Shame, Blame, and the Weight Loss Revolution. This is a 45-minute long, 42-minute long special from 2024, so it's pretty recent. And I think this probably premiered on ABC. There are three different. If you log in Disney Plus and you have Hulu, there are three different Oprah specials, but for some reason, only one of them is Disney Plus. The other two are provided by my Hulu subscription. Okay, great. It's just weird that it does that. I had to choose. I had to do this one because it came up, and that's how it works. And now I've seen Oprah from back in the '80s, back when she was doing all those kind of sleazy talk show kind of things like Maury and all those not Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey? No, it was one of those guys. Everybody was doing some kind of sleazy pop journalism, but she's grown into doing much more serious work and having her nationwide series for so long, quitting that, making a magazine, and now she occasionally does specials about things that she cares about. She's a billionaire, and you know what? She's one of the few billionaires that you can possibly like. Not that you can like too many billionaires, but she comes off really well as self-facing and honest about her struggles with weight herself. She brings up that in the special that she spent most of her life changing size up and down on the scale throughout her career. She'd had it was a big struggle. So and she goes through that here, and she talks with a number of other people who struggled with it as well, and all the different things that they were thinking, and how all the different ways they dealt with it, and all the ways that they kept failing at it. And this special is not about, oh, well, let's try to find a solution to fix it. It's about looking at different opportunities and talking with the people behind the drugs that some people are making use of, like Ozempic and other types of things, but also just dealing with the ramifications, the side effects, and also the stigmas that come with being obese or being the parent of an obese child, or being that child and being 300 pounds at age 11. They talk to a number of different people, and they even talk to the people who are behind, representatives from the two biggest competitors in the Ozempic field, over in Denmark and also in the United States, as they get to sit right beside each other, and they should have had a fist fight. If this had been 1989, there would have been a fist fight in the middle of the episode, because why not? That's what people come to see. So what you get here is a number of different stories, a number of different visits with different people from around the country, and just dealing with their stories. And the main thing is that the main message that we get through this is that you got to stop the whole blame and shame thing, which is part of the title, but it's also no longer blaming and shaming yourself. In very many cases, the reasons for people's obesity, the disease of obesity, is not necessarily just, oh, they can't stop eating, why don't you just put down the fork, fatty, and just work out more. And that's not always a solution for everybody. It works for some people, obviously, but for a lot of people it doesn't. And some people do extreme things, like Oprah starved herself for like 5 months when she realized, looking at herself in the cover of TV Guide or People magazine or one of those things, and realizing that the fashion mogul of the year of that time was just basically making fun of her weight, because that's not in fashion. So there's a lot of different things that go on. Not the solution for people dealing with their obesity, both internally as well as physically. It comes down. There's a number of different paths and that you can take. And I'm not going to explain them all here. You should watch the special. But it's also not every solution works for every person, and not everyone can just go, well, I got skinny, now I'm done. No, it's always a struggle. And Nobody should be ashamed of who they are because of their weight, their size. It's something, if you want to do something about it, you have to look into what works best for you. And there's certain situations where they had a woman on here who was taking some of those medications that lost weight, and she had to get off of them. She chose to quit them after about 4 months or so, I think, because it was just too difficult on her body, because the side effects affect people differently. So don't expect a cure-all answer by the end of the episode here, but you get to see that if you're struggling with this kind of thing, you are not alone. You are not the only person that may have that up and down or just keep getting bigger kind of situation. And it's, in very many cases, it's not just your fault. It's not your fault. And it's not something that you can just magically wish away. And you know that. It's not telling you anything you don't know. And it's a struggle for way too many of us. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But you got to deal with it on your own terms, in your own way. That works best for you, and also that gives you the best health possible. Because, yeah, being overweight is certainly going to impact your health in lots of bad ways, whether it's cholesterol or just diabetes and things like that. But also sometimes you may compound things by taking medications. And there's also the controversy that they bring up here, which is a pretty big one. The one girl who was very heavy from a young age, before she even had all her teeth, she was just going through food. But her mom decided to put her on some a weight loss medication that was approved for kids over the age of 12. And that is a really touchy subject for a lot of people. It's just, let's just take care of our problem with drugs. Don't put her on a treadmill or anything. Just pump her full of drugs. And some people have opinions about that, and sometimes it's none of their business, you know? But the girl has started taking it. You see a dramatic change, and it so far is working for her. It's something that you have to monitor, and it's not a light decision, but her life, it changed dramatically in her case. So take a look at this. If you're struggling with this, or you know somebody who's struggling with it, and it's not just a physical thing with diabetes or cholesterol or anything else, heart problems, it can be also, it obviously in many cases, a problem with self-esteem that leads people down paths emotionally that they're not ready to handle. they're without making a major change in their lives. And I don't envy them. But if you watch this and you decide you're going to take a next step to change things, just make sure you consult with your doctor first. Get the proper tests and decide whether you can handle these things. I cannot give you medical advice. Do not take legal or medical advice from me at any point whatsoever, or from Oprah. You need to talk to your own doctor before you do anything. Don't just start grabbing stuff, start spending money, because it's not cheap, especially in America, because our health system charges the poorest people the most. So we're fun like that. Here's something fun. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 142. Oh, wow. Okay. Another documentary, and it's an unusual documentary for me. Well, we did have a Simone Biles documentary a few days ago. This is actually something that came from ESPN Plus, and I have pretty much prohibited all things that are exclusively on ESPN Plus, because I've watched a few of the 30 for 30 or 30 minutes, 30 documentaries. I think this is one of them. If not, it's its own thing. I only chose it because of the it's local. It's local to me. And because I believe that he was one of the main people who helped the Dodgers win the World Series last year. Was that when it happened? I lost track. But I'm going to go to his home country, I think, in, you know, maybe I'm there right now. I don't know. We're going to be watching Shohei Ohtani, Beyond the Dream. I know that sounds like it's a K-pop documentary, but yeah, no. It's Shohei Ohtani, Beyond the Dream is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.